How's it going, guys? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. Coming to you live from San Diego, California. We got some sun. Oh, there's a good view. We'll keep it here, guys. How's it going? So I just wanted to jump on here pretty quickly to tell you something if you didn't see the news already, is that Uber announced rate cuts up north in Los Angeles. And we're going to talk about, should you drop Uber in 2019? Now, I'm going to give you some reasons, maybe why and why not. So if you don't know, we have some rate cuts right here. So for UberX, your distance rates have now been decreased by 25%. Rideshare Hub, thanks for being here. Now your time rates have gone up 16%. So your distance per mile is going down 25% and your time is going up 16%. Conversely, that's for UberX. For Uber Pool, your distance rates are going down 20%. Your time rates are increasing 5%. This has happened before, where Uber's strategy is, all right, well, we are going to increase time and we're going to decrease your distance, but here's why. What Uber says is, well, we want you to make more money, but we're realizing that a lot of drivers are stuck in traffic in these markets like Los Angeles, so we're going to increase your time rates because of that. Because you're sitting in traffic, and typically distance is going to pay you more. But if you're sitting in traffic for an hour to do a pretty short run, let's say, then we want to pay you some more money. So here's your new and your old rates for Los Angeles. Old rates, 79.5 cents net per mile, 18 cents per minute. New rates, 60 cents per mile. Again, that's a decrease of 16%. And new rates are 21 cents per minute. So the question of this live stream was, should you give up Uber in 2019? Well, you have to do a cost-benefit analysis. And I'll give you an example. I'm going to tell you a story of how I kind of calculate cost-benefit. I was driving on the 805 South here in San Diego. This is the 5 north and south right behind us. These people driving right there. And a beautiful view, by the way. Hope you guys are getting good weather where you're at. And I pulled in, I went to DoorDash. Right, I opened the app because I was stuck in stop and go traffic. And I said, you know what? I'm driving home. Maybe I want to take a delivery run, right? So I opened up the map and it was super red hot, right? It was really popular. It was 5:30 p.m. So it was in the heart of rush hour. I'm like, oh wow, the map is super popular. It's really hot right now. And there's a $4.50 incentive on DoorDash. That means you get an extra $4.50 on every single delivery within that certain territory. And every territory within the map at around, again, 5 p.m., it was around a $4, maybe even $5 incentive. But here's the thing, is like I mentioned, it was dead stop and go traffic. So your cost benefit, you guys driving in Los Angeles, or if you're in a market with lower rates, you really have to consider, okay, well, yeah, I'm getting paid a little bit more time, but what is my time worth to me? Is it really worth it to do that delivery on DoorDash? It's gonna take me at least 45 minutes, probably an hour. Guys, it took me about an hour to get home, where normally it would take about 30 minutes or so with no traffic. And I know that just because of the traffic, the density at 5 p.m. So for that DoorDash incentive of $4.50, think about it. Yeah, I'm getting $4.50 incentive. Typically, I'm gonna get about a $7 run on DoorDash. So if I get another $4, what? 11, 12, we'll say maybe $13. Heck, we'll say $15. Let's say it's $15. With all that traffic, it's gonna take me an hour. It's gonna take me an hour to half an hour driving to the place. It's gonna take me another half an hour driving to the customer. Worst case scenario, let's say, let's assume that the delivery location is pretty close by to the restaurant in that circumstance, right? Maybe I don't have to jump on the highway after I get to the restaurant. Best case scenario, it's gonna take me 45 minutes or so. It's gonna yield me $15 with that incentive. So for $15 45 minutes of my time, maybe an hour, is that really worth it? Or is there something else I can do that's gonna make me more money? So let's circle this back to Uber. For you guys driving, and with these rate cuts, the main question I want to ask you is there something that can make you more money than driving at 5 p.m., driving at, oh, let's say 9 a.m., when those busiest times are? That's what you have to ask yourself. That's why I always say, look at other apps. Because think about it. If I'm driving a passenger and I'm stuck in traffic and I'm on the highway during those hours and I get paid a little bit more for time, because as we just saw, Uber is increasing the time rates, well, maybe I could do the delivery app, or yes, I'm still gonna be in traffic, but at least there's, let's say, a 3x surge, or at least I'm getting more money for that hour that I'm gonna be on the road anyway, right? So let me know in the comments, are you still going to drive as much if you're in Los Angeles? Or if you're faced with a 15% time increase and a 20% distance decrease, would that be okay for you? Would you be happy with a 20% decrease in distance but a 15% increase in time, knowing that you're stuck in traffic a lot? This does not apply to you if you're in a market that doesn't have a ton of traffic. And that's why Uber's only doing this in Los Angeles right now. And eventually they do this in markets with a lot of traffic, right? Would that make sense to you? And I also want to ask you another question. In our live stream, talking about dominating 2016, I challenged you to try new apps in 2019. If you're watching this in the live chat, or if you're watching this in the rebroadcast, it's March. It's the first quarter. We're ending the first quarter of 2019. What new app have you tried? What new app have you tried in 2019? And ideally, you should have tried 1 to 3 new apps. For instance, here on the channel, we're presenting to you new app ideas like Airbnb. There's apps that are coming out with new ways to make money. Look at our video on Lime scooters, where Lime is thinking ahead and saying, okay, well, we're going to give you guys another way to earn money by turning in scooters that do not need charged, which is a big pivot on their business plan, giving juicers another option to earn money. Hey, Beacon, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. Dark Road, I see you in here. And I see we have the Nightbot automatic chat bot in there. So Dark Road, I see it timed you out. That's a new chat bot moderator that we put on the channel. So I'll tweak that. So I know there's some parameters and whatnot I can use within Nightbot. So that's actually an automated bot. If any of you guys have problems with that, or if it timed you out there, I see, that's what that is. That's actually an automatic bot. Dark Road says Nightbot is awesome. Yeah, we just installed it, so I will tweak it and work with it. That just filters some bad words, automatically posts some stuff. Hey David, what's up from St. Louis? So guys, I hope you guys are having some good weather. Look at this. It's supposed to be in the 70s in this upcoming week. Yeah, the Rideshare Hub says Nightbot deleted Dark Road's chat. Yeah, it's got some auto features built into it, and it'll automatically post messages for me, but it's brand new. It'll automatically post things every couple of minutes, but obviously, yeah. Now YouTube it has auto filtering in YouTube, right? If you post inappropriate words, it filters that. But Nightbot's just another resource. Yeah, Rideshare Hub, yes, we're coming to you from San Diego. We're outside of the office right now. Outside of the office, right here. So I just wanted to jump on here to firstly announce those rate cuts. If you guys are just joining, let's go over that again. Angel or Angel, thanks for joining. Appreciate you being here from Orlando. I've been to Orlando. It's very nice. UberX, your time rates are increasing 16%. Your distance rates are decreasing 25%. Uber Pool, your rates are increasing 5%. Your distance rates are decreasing by 20%. This is in Los Angeles. That means your new rates for UberX are 60 cents per mile and 21 cents per minute. Oh no, Nightbot is deleting everyone's messages. Sorry guys, Kevin, I'm sorry. We'll tweak Nightbot. This is the first, one of the first live streams that we had. Nightbot's going crazy. Oh no, we'll have to edit that. Sorry, Kevin. We can't trust the robots, guys. We can't trust the robots to do our work. See, this is what I get for trying to have a little Nightbot help, right? I have seen it work very well. The system does work very well. Well, have some patience with me for Nightbot there. Doc Road says, weather looks good in the Bay Area too. The Rideshare Hub says, I miss San Diego. San Diego's fantastic. Yeah, Rideshare Hub says, robots are taking over. I need to control Nightbot before it just completely deletes my channel. Ray, LOL, I know, right? Nightbot's becoming self-aware. Oh, Kevin Anderson says I was talking about Antonio Brown. Yeah, Antonio Brown getting traded to the Raiders, right? Nightbot is artificial intelligence. Yes, guys. It's an automated bot for convos, you know, and it helps me out a little bit. But so let me answer this question before I go, guys. Is should you drop Uber in 2019? I have effectively dropped rideshare. Okay? I have really looked at delivery, at DoorDash especially, Amazon Flex here and there because Amazon is good for surge runs. I'm looking for the next big thing for you and for myself, for my own on-demand portfolio. What's the next big app? I'm very curious. I'm trying to think about what niche needs answered. Because we have delivery, we have rideshare, we have on-demand apps like TaskRabbit, right? Quaker Oat says DoorDash sucks. The Rideshare Hub says Rapify is awesome. Speaking of Rapify, I have not gotten another campaign. And we have plenty of, well, a few videos on the channel about Rapify. Kevin says Grubhub is awesome. You know, I need to get onboarded with Grubhub. I did apply. Here's a big recommendation for apps in the gig economy is kind of a message to any apps. Think about this, guys. Is half of these workers in the gig economy are doing another job, right? Half of Uber drivers are full-time. They're doing this as a side hustle. So I'm just gonna carry that statistic for the rest of the gig economy. I would say half of these workers in the gig economy, the independent contractors, you know, they're doing this as a side hustle in addition to another job. So they should not limit orientations to in-person orientations, and they should also not require it on a weekday. Beacon says Instacart seems good, albeit they had to revise their tipping structure, right? Because of some drama, huh? But these companies should not require an in-person orientation, and if they do, they shouldn't just limit it during the weekdays because they're hurting themselves. Because people like me and you, if you work during the day, I can't just leave the office to go to an orientation when I'm here in the office. And also don't schedule your orientation times up until like 4 or 5 p.m. and especially on the weekdays because I can't do it. I'm here. Why would you? It makes no sense to me. So I can't do a Grubhub orientation because they want me to be there in person. I get it, it's 15 minutes. It's actually not far away. It's up, well, no, it's up this way in Claremont. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, is it going to cost you more money to schedule somebody during the weekend? I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, make it easy and make it a complete online orientation. Because if you saw the video for the DoorDash orientation, all we did was watch a YouTube video. We got our delivery bags and we got our prepaid cards. So basically, that can all be done online, pretty much. I don't understand it. I mean, maybe there's some identity things they need to verify, but I mean, it seems like a lot of that can be done online. I think a lot of other companies do it online. I just don't understand the in-person thing, right? The Rideshare Hub says, I think orientation to help newbies make less mistakes. That's a good point. I get it, the face-to-face conversations, but have the newbies, right? Have the new onboarding contractors watch your videos, and if anything, have an online customer support representative that I can just instant message them. Hey, I have another question. Hey, I got a question. I mean, that way you can have an employee that works remotely answering those questions. And I mean, do that in conjunction with an in-person training. You know, if you want to have the in-person orientation, that's fine, but also give people the option to do an online orientation. Just make sure, you know, they watch the videos. There's ways to make that mandatory that they watch the videos. Have a little Q&A person in there in a live chat, and there you go. Think about it. A live chat person can answer questions from 15 people at one time, versus in an orientation, you have 20 people there. You have to answer, you know, questions individually. Someone doesn't want to ask a third question or a fourth question as a follow-up because other people have questions that one employee can only help so many people given that time window, right? That's just me kind of giving out ideas there. And it hurts the company because I could be working for Grubhub this whole time. It's been weeks, a month and a half maybe. And I can't work on their platform because I can't get to the orientation. So there's plenty of ways of doing things. That's just a suggestion to them. Group webinars, another good idea, Rideshare Hub. Well guys, my battery's dying here, so I gotta get going. I don't want it to cut off awkwardly. So I appreciate you being here. Make note of those Uber rate changes in Los Angeles. Shouldn't be a surprise. You know, if you've been in this space for a while, this shouldn't be a surprise with the rate cuts. You know, this happens. Rideshare is absolutely not the market that it was 3-4 years ago with surge, with rates. So this shouldn't be surprising to you if you've been in this space. If you're new to rideshare, the number one thing I say on this profile is to diversify. Do not just say, hey, I drive for Uber and that's my thing, because just in the past 4 years, things have changed massively in rideshare. So you can imagine in another 3 or 4 years, it's going to continue to change, especially as these companies come out with their IPOs, their initial public offerings. So again, guys, post your questions down below in the comments. Let me know what new app you're trying in 2019. Let me know if you're dropping Uber in 2019. Interesting. Let me know, or at least if you're decreasing your driving profile, if you're working on another app, right? More than Uber. Yeah, Rideshare Hub, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You wouldn't do that with investing. You shouldn't do that with your skill set. Why would you do it with your gig economy portfolio, right? Plus, comparing different apps lets you compare different earnings, incentives, etc. Well, guys, I need to go. The phone is dying. Thanks for being here. Sending some sun your way from San Diego. I'll see you guys in the next one. Look for a new Airbnb live stream coming in 2 weeks. We had a great turnout for that Airbnb live stream, so I look forward to talking to you again about Airbnb. Thanks guys, and I will see you next one.